Hi guys, and welcome to Andy Robinson RC. Cheers for checking out the channel today. And on this episode, as you can see, there's a few cars lined up on the table. And I just thought I'd give a little update on a few things that I've been doing. Nothing major as such, but just like a bit of routine maintenance and just making sure vehicles are running. Anyway, we're going to start off with my Black Edition Grasshopper with the candy green body. Now, with this one, I'd say all I've done essentially is re-grease all the shock shafts, and I've changed the Johnson 540 motor out of it. And as you can see in a minute, well, I'm just going to turn it round. You can see there, I've now added a torque tune motor to it for a bit of extra zip. Now, the reason I've done this is, as some of you may know if you've been watching the channel regularly, we at our local RC car club, Blackpool and Fylde Radio Control Car Club, we have a Grasshopper Hornet B-Maxwell class. And originally I bought this Grasshopper to run in that. And as the rules stipulate, you can only run either the 380 silver can or a 540 silver can. The choice is yours. I put a Johnson 540 can in mine, and but I swapped over from using this to my Super Storm Dragon that I built up, which is basically a Hornet. After driving both, the Super Hornet felt better on track. Now, I think some of that is partly to the fact it's lighter than the Grasshopper. So I've relegated the Grasshopper to other duties, and that's why I've decided now to put the Tamiya torque tune in it for a bit extra zip when driving it around. And I think that'll make it a bit more nippier, probably now on par with the Super Storm Dragon. So that's all I've done. I've re-greased all the shock shafts on it just to, keep it nice and supple, I should say. It's all right, and I've changed, as I showed you just then, we've swapped out the Johnson motor for the Tamiya torque tune motor. Okay, and I might put this on the video again soon, and I might do another running video on it at some point. We'll see. So that's that one. So I'm going to move that one out of the way now. In fact, I've got my helper with me, as always, in the background. Say hello, Evelyn. Right. Could you do me a favour then, please? Can you move the green Grasshopper, and can we just put it on the floor or under the table, please? Careful. Okay, so that gives us a bit more room now. Right, what else we got? Well, that came in the post this morning, and that is a TAO2 or Top Force alloy motor mount, and that is to go in the Super Manta Ray that we've been doing, and that is the last part that I wanted to fit to that. So this came up on eBay in the week. I've been on the lookout for one, as they've been anything from £16 right up to £29, and then I found this on eBay the other day too, and it was just £10, and it came with an alloy servo saver as well. So I thought, right, I'll have them. It needs a bit of a clean up, but as you can see, a bit grubby, but it'll do the job nicely, and that can go into Super Manta Ray at some point. So again, I'll give you that link. Can you put that just at the side there? Okay, so next thing, we'll have a look at this is Blackpool and the Fylde Car Club, Radio Control Car Club. This is the Hornet that we, Grasshopper 2, that we lend to racers to have a go in the B-Maxwell class. Now, after it last being used by one of our club goers, the front wheels were a bit stiff, they were sticking, they weren't rotating properly. So what I did on both of them is I took the wheels off, took the bearings out, and I sprayed a lot of was it either the GT85 I've got, or it was plus gas, just to free it all up. And although not the smoothest now or the quietest, you can see that it rotates nice and freely. So yeah, so we've done that, and that means it's just routine maintenance really. So we did that to that one. Okay, so let's have a look now. We'll have a look at my TT02 BMS. Now this has been an ongoing project. I think on the last video I did, or I showed you with it, we'd fitted the, let's have a look, we fitted, yeah, there again, you can see the alloy servo mount there. And what else? And we put on the Yeah Racing alloy steering conversion. Now, I'm still on the look for some oil-filled alloy shocks for this. If I could find some, I'd like some TRF ones on it, but I haven't decided yet. Either way, a lot of those ones are really expensive. We'll see. Maybe some Schumacher ones on it. We'll see anyway. But I do want to change them. They're okay for now, but I'd like them to be a little bit better, especially since I've been putting extra upgrades on this. Yes, what else have I done recently then? Well, I decided that the rear wing that comes on the TT02 BMS with the dual ridge body. Now the wing on that is really fragile, and it's already got a split from rolling over when we did the running video on this car a few months back. So I thought, well, I didn't want to race this and keep damaging the wing. So what I've done is I've got this wing from Penguin Custom Body Shells. I'll put links in the description where you can get them from, usually from eBay as well. But yes, it's Steve Haskins of Penguin Custom Body Shells, and this I think is the King, or the is it the King or the Emperor Penguin wing? And it sort of has a little similar shape to the dual ridge one. It's just bigger and wider, and I think it'll do a bit better job anyway than the kit wing. So we've put that on, and what else did I do? Yes, I've upgraded the front C-hubs on this. So they've got a pair of Fast Tracks front alloy C-hubs. Again, it just, you know, makes it more durable and beefs up the front end on this. I did miss out on some front universal drive shafts, so I'm still after them, and the hardened drive cup, so I'm still on the look for them as well. But yeah, so again, ever evolving, ever adding stuff to it. But that's my TT02 BMS. Okay, Evelyn, could you take that one off the table, please, and just put it underneath out the way? Thank you very much. Just watch the wing. Just watch the wing on the back. Brilliant. Thank you. Okay, so a few weeks back, I think it was probably the end of October, if I'm right now, we went to Northwest Nitro, where they are starting to, which is again round the corner from our Blackpool and Fylde Radio Control Club's indoor track. Now they've started to do some 1/10 racing on their 1/8 track, which has been more set up so it's more 1/10 friendly. So we gave it a tryout for the first weekend after the new track had been laid down on the Astro track, and me and my lad went. Oh look, there's a little unicorn there. I wonder how it got there. Pegasus, sorry, I was being corrected by my daughter. I wonder how that got there. Anyway, so we went down to run some buggies, and I lent my lad Devlin my spare Team Associated B3. Now, this is actually my spares car in case anything breaks on my factory team. But anyway, I let Devlin run this one for the day. Now, it survived with no breakages as such to the vehicle, didn't get any damage, any wishbones or anything like that. So the whole car lasted all day. But the only thing that happened, which I still need to look for now, is if I take the rear wing off. I can get it off now. Yeah, Pegasus has dropped dead. There you go, as you can see there. the one of the pieces of, well, one of the stalks off the wire wing mount has snapped off, so now it's not going to stay on as well. So I need to find that, a replacement one of them. And the only other thing as well that happened was the original spur gear got a little bit crunched and damaged, so I ordered a replacement one. I couldn't find a 78 tooth, so I had to settle for this 81 tooth one that I got. So I put B3 spares can be awkward to find. So anyway, I got an 81 tooth spur gear, and we put on a 24 tooth pinion instead. I think I had a 23 on before. But that's about it. Other than that, apart from it being a bit too hard on the rear end for the track we were running on, it was alright. It just needed some fine tuning. But yeah, so that was the B3. Fingers. So that was the B3 that my lad used. But I say we've got that repaired now with the new spur gear, and it doesn't sound like a bag of spanners. Okay. Now, last but not least, sorry about the fingers, is my trusty DTO2 racing buggy. And now, this one, I had a couple of breakages on this, but I mean, I've hardly ever had to change any parts on this now for years. The last part I actually changed was a rear gearbox half, as it had a shattered hinge pin mount. Now that happened maybe 2-3 years ago at Ribble Valley Racing Club in Leyland, and then since then I've not broken anything. But yeah, as I said, we were running on this track at Northwest Nitro, and unfortunately I broke both of the rear wishbones. Now the wishbones didn't themselves break, but the screws that held the shocks in, the screws both snapped off the heavy landings. So yeah, so it means I couldn't get the broken screws out, so I ordered new wishbones and we fitted them in. So that's been replaced. Now, the other thing that went as well is I've got 3-degree towing rear hubs. Now again, I'd had done a repair on this in the past. Basically, it's threaded, and so when I put it in, I put a dab of super glue in there just to hold it. And then I'd used it for ages and ages and ages, and it'd been fine. And now, just unfortunately, on one of the heats, it jumped and landed, and it snapped right here where the screw goes in with the ball joint. So unfortunately, that paid end to the racing that day. So I missed the final, but you live and learn. And so after I bought the replacement wishbones, I went about replacing the hub. Now the problem is, if you can see this, if you look at that, especially for stand up, you can see that is not at the right angle. Because these are 3D printed and I need to order a new pair, these are handed, and that's got an R on it for right. You can just about see it. And that would have a L for left. Now, I had a spare right one and not a spare left one, and the left one broke. So there we go. I had to put a spare right one on now just to keep all the car in one piece. So there we go. So it's repaired and it will run, but going around the track, I don't think it'll run very well. Or it'll give me odd handling around corners. You can see it more there, where this one is more towed in, and that's completely, well, basically it's towed in and facing the wrong way. So it's giving it an odd angle. And the last thing I did as well, the rear wing was in need of replacement. So I've got another Penguin Custom Bodies racing wing, and that one is called the Rock Hopper. And that is very similar to a TRF 201 rear wing, which was what was on it before. But we've put a new one on there, and just to smarten it up. So, there you go. That is where we're up to with everything. So I just thought I'd give you an update, show you what I've been doing, and I've got an unboxing to show you soon as well. And there'll be more content coming soon. Oh, and we've got the MRC, what's it called now? I keep on forgetting its name now. MRC Road Winner, there we go. We've got that to on the show soon, on the channel soon. I'm going to give that a running video. Right, okay. So cheers for checking this video out, guys. Muchly appreciated. Thanks for all your support. And if you fancy checking out some more of our videos and see what's coming up soon on the channel, then please consider subscribing, clicking the like button and hitting that notification bell. Okay, take care, guys, and we'll see you all soon. Stay safe. Bye.